what's going on, meatheads? We are no longer in South Dakota right now. We are in my old neck of the woods where I grew up and I learned to ride. I learned to ride on this road and a few other ones around here that I'm going to be showing you guys. This is southwestern Minnesota. This is up near the Granite Falls, Marshall area of Minnesota. If you're curious, there's not a lot of amazing roads around here, but I figured I'd take you guys along the way, get you a vlog in. Happy 4th of July! Happy Treason Day, colonies. Everybody else having a good 4th, doing fun stuff, getting some grilling in, some fireworks in. I thought I'd take you guys along for the ride. I skipped over most of the boring ride part where it was interstate up, another highway east, a little bit more north. Really just boring highway miles. We're just out here chilling. A lot of the southwestern part of Minnesota doesn't get a lot of love, and for good reason. There's not a whole hell of a lot out here, but at the same time, for me, knowing the area, I know where all the fun stuff is, and one of the coolest things is up the ways here. There's actually a World War II air museum. So if you guys can see off in the distance that water tower looking thing out there, it's not actually a water tower. That's actually, I would say, like a restored or an actual model of a watchtower or a that's the actual, never mind, that's the actual water tower. You probably guys can't see the actual tower way over there. That is actually similar to ones that they had on Air Force bases over in Europe during the World War II. They built an actual brick bunker there that matches what the designs were that they had on air bases over in Europe during World War II and as well in the Pacific. I don't know how many aircraft he has in there. I believe it's in the dozen or so. He's also got a tank on a Sherman tank. He's got 2 P-51 Mustangs, a P-40 Warhawk, a P-38 Lightning, a few trainers, and a B-25 bomber. I mean, it's literally like you go back in time and you're at the World War II. You're back in World War II era, 1940s. It's really impressive. You guys can see that, see it all now. Bam. It's if you're in this area, if you're passing through, it's a worthwhile stop. It's a really cool place. There's also a casino out here. It's a very, very, very nice casino. The place we're headed to is what was my grandparents' farm. It's now owned by my younger brother. And yeah, probably not going to show too much of that because I want to keep their privacy safe. So this is a nice little, this is where I cut my teeth with riding on my this is where I cut my teeth. This is the curviest road that I grew up riding. And it's not that curvy, but it's got some good views. It's very very serene, and it always brings me back to when I was first starting riding. Whenever I come out here, either in a car or on a bike, again, it's like, yep, this is where I learned how to ride and learned how I rode specifically and how I adapted my riding and all that. And it's always nice to come back here on on the current bike that I have and see how it holds up against some of the ones that I learned on. I do have to be careful. It is 50 miles an hour here, and the reservation police are pretty strict on if you're going even 5 miles an hour over. They're not going to be afraid to give you a ticket, because that's revenue for the community. Anyways, guys, I think I'm gonna stop this video and maybe pick it up later. So I will say adios for now, and I will see you later. All right, guys, we are back. It's actually the completely next day. We had a good time for the 4th. We didn't do a whole lot. Shot some fireworks, shot some bottle rockets and whatnot. Drank a little bit, had a fire. Just a good old time with my family. This is actually, again, like I said, this is where I cut my teeth, and this is where I grew up riding. I can't go all the way down because they had a washout last year on this road. Because normally there's a Upper Sioux agency, there's a state park out here. And you can go down into the river valley a little bit more and snake through. But yeah, like I said, they got a huge washout and they haven't made the time to fix the road. Oh, they actually do have it literally closed off. Like, yeah, don't go this way. Okay, well, that's cool. Sad part is, like, I can't quite get you a good view of the river valley. Oh, there you, oh, a little bit. So this is actually along the Minnesota River Valley. This is the southern rim of it, I would say, of the Minnesota River Valley. This river was much larger, like hundreds of thousands of years ago. It was all the way up to here, and it cut through the valley here. And it's a really long and interesting story of Ice Age history and all that. But you know, this is where what's interesting is that I'm now living in an area that's relatively like bleh, boring and whatnot, and I come back here and I'm like, wow, I never realized how historical and history rich this place was that I grew up in until I left it, you know. And it's like, oh, here's going to be a good shot where I think I can see out in the river valley better. Maybe not. No, not at all. Never mind. I'll have to one time get a really good shot. But this road goes down into the river valley and snakes into Granite Falls. I don't want to talk too much about like where I grew up and like all that, because I want to give you guys just some good views of this, because this is a different type of road, different kind of area. A little bit more topographical. It's not just flat roads with some curves. This is a snaking and along kind of path. Yeah, there's just not a good view of the river valley. We'll try to have some fun. I'll probably just shut up now so you guys could just kind of take in the view of what's going on this road. Fucking deer. It's fucking 10 o'clock, 10:30, and you're still out and about. like just a lot of bugs that just died on the front of this bike. This is where cops like to hide it. Oh, none? Alright, that's cool. And then we'll turn around. I like the way how everything echoes around in here. All the granite walls. I don't know if that was an officer or not. Nope. Ow, bug hit my knee. This bike just destroys these curves. I never got to take my Dyna on here after I had done all the upgrades and stuff like stage 1 and all that, but this bike right now is just fucking destroying it without any problems. About the only negative is there are quite a bit of deer that are down in this area, and they don't move for shit, which has got its positives and negatives. Sometimes they don't move and you're like, yeah, you need to stay there, and other times it's like, hey, move your ass, you know. Anyways, guys, I think I'm gonna cut off this video because I, again, don't want to highlight where my brother's farm place is at because I want to keep his privacy good. Hope you're having a great day. Hope you had a great 4th. And I will see you in the next video. Peace.